This episode of Video Marketing Madness is made possible by Aweber. Aweber, the easy way to do email marketing, newsletters, and collect leads. If you want to start doing email marketing right now, then head on over to raythevideoguy.com/Aweber. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the 5 tips for improving your ranking and traffic on YouTube.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise, has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.
It's the online marketing radio show, Video Marketing Madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Video Marketing Madness. All kinds of useful tips. I also put the news of the week in there. And then go to videomarketingmadnessradio.com and subscribe to us on iTunes and get all kinds of freebies for Ray that he doesn't even know he's giving away until...
That's right.
Yeah, until it's too late.
Well, hey, we like to give away free stuff anyway, regardless.
That's right. That's right.
So, Steve, before we get started with our quick little news of the day stuff here, let's talk a little bit about what's going on here, because this format is a little bit different.
Just slightly.
Yeah, we've been studying a little bit on podcasting and trying to make some changes to help the viewer enjoy this show even more. And so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be focusing the shows on specific topics to help you improve your video marketing versus just interviewing people. And we will still have interviews on occasion when it makes sense, but we're going to start to go with a more, what's the word, maybe productive sort of format?
Yeah, more targeted. You know, you can get something out of the show quickly. You know, for instance, today the topic is 5 tips for improving your YouTube ranking and traffic. So we'll do news of the week. Ray will give you some information you can use, and we'll wrap it up quickly, and it'll be a little more fast-paced.
Excellent.
Did I say that correctly?
I think you did. I think that's pretty good. And the idea here is, of course, the concept of just-in-time learning. So you're going to be able to take this and use it in your video marketing as soon as the show's over.
There you go.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So it's a little bit different format. Hopefully it'll be something that you guys enjoy. We'll still have the same witty banter. We'll just have a little more actionable information versus just interviews, which we've had a lot of great interviews over the past. But at the same time, we've also had a few, we've had a few interviews that weren't quite as exciting as we thought they would be. Typically, it was people that we didn't know beforehand. And so we want to control this a little bit more and provide better content, higher quality content, and actionable items that you can use.
And if we got somebody big time that we can bring in from time to time, we'll do that.
We definitely will. We'll bring in topic specific. So for instance, if we're talking about ranking videos another time, we may bring in somebody who's an expert on that to discuss that with us, but be a little more topical.
Yeah, there we go. But we've been doing the show pretty near every week for 2 years, so there's something to be said for that. And speaking of the changes, too, at News of the Week, we're going to focus on stuff that's YouTube-related and ranking as well, because ranking is important. A lot of our people are doing YouTube marketing, which means getting it ranked in Google, so we'll focus on that. And with that, let's just get into News of the Week briefly.
Absolutely.
Google Panda update coming in a couple of weeks, and it's going to be a data refresh, not an algorithmic change.
Nice.
So some sites that have been suffering from the algorithm may see a recovery in the near future. Not all sites are going to see recovery. And that's about all they really say here in search engine land. They don't really tell us anything else, as if Google tells you anything else. But it'll be a refresh. And then Penguin's going to continue to update continuously. They announced this at the SMX Advance. This is also from Search Engine Land.
Nice.
Continuously running Penguin updates. So it's good information to know.
It is. And of course, you can check that information out by heading over to the Facebook page where you can read the full article. So there you go.
Yeah, facebook.com/video marketing madness. This one is from Engadget. Okay, I had a hard time finding. I knew it was kind of an inane source, but YouTube's Music Insights. YouTube has released a new tool for artists, one that those hungry for stardom can use to keep a close eye on how their popularity is growing.
Nice.
The data tool is called Music Insights. This kind of competes with Pandora, I think, and it shows users the combined views of the videos they upload and of those added by their fans claim via the website's Content ID system. It also shows them what their top tracks are and from where the views are coming from, which could help them map out a future tour. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. I mean, if you find out that all of your listens are coming from Minneapolis, well, then guess where you're going to do your tour. That's really smart.
And from Gizmodo, if you got a Droid, you're going to be able to watch YouTube offline.
Yeah, there's actually been some tools around for that for years, but they're put that into the actual software itself. So that'll be interesting as well.
And then this morning when I was scanning Real SEO, if you look at the very top of realseo.com, REEL SEO.com, there is a new quick guide, new video insights for Facebook versus YouTube versus Vine.
Nice.
And you can get the quick guide for free. So that's good to know. And that's something I've been thinking about a lot because I've never done anything with Vine other than maybe build some backlinks, I suppose. Facebook on the videos has just been personal stuff, because I'm sort of all about ranking videos. But if I can get into that quick guide and figure some other things out, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and Facebook actually is a great source for videos. Their promoted videos is a very good program for advertising. It's not expensive, and it gets you a lot of views very quickly.
Well, good point. Absolutely. For those that want to do that, which I think is great for retail locations, mom and pop storefronts, restaurants.
Well, and a lot of people have seen that their video views are higher on Facebook these days than even on YouTube for the same content.
Yeah,
they'll
right.
put the same content on both, and they'll see more views from Facebook itself.
Do you think that has to do with the autoplay?
That's a great question. I'm not sure how they count those views, but that would be interesting to find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
The autoplay obviously is something that you can really use to your advantage. Imagine instead of it being a video, imagine it being an autoplay coupon. An animated coupon. It's technically a video, but basically just for that purpose. So there's a lot of great uses for that as well that you can really come up with if you want to get into it a little.
Well, there's our topic for a future show.
There you go. That would be a good one.
You got any news of the week?
Well, Matt Cutts is left the building.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think that's about the only major thing right now.
Yeah, I guess that's no big surprise because he sort of hinted that he wasn't coming back, but now it's official. So
it is official. So there you go.
5 tips for improving your YouTube ranking and traffic.
Yes, indeed. And in the future, we'll come up with we'll have some little segue pieces for these different sections, and that'll be kind of cool.
Okay.
Have to hit Fiverr for that and see if we can pull that out.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of the old bumpers I came up with.
Well, let's talk about the 5 tips. So, of course, we all love to get traffic from YouTube, right? Is there anybody who doesn't?
Oh.
And of course, we know that when you rank videos well, you can actually make some pretty good money out of YouTube.
That's right.
Steve, I know you sell some items through YouTube that way. Isn't that correct?
Oh, absolutely. I'm doing okay doing that.
Well, the problem that we see is that many people, they'll put a video out there, they'll create a channel, they'll throw the video up, and they'll kind of just ignore it and just wait for the money to roll in. And of course, in those scenarios, it usually does not. And that's because people are not getting into using the absolute basics of YouTube marketing to be able to get more traffic and more clicks, and of course, more sales. So I wanted to talk a little bit about 5 tips that will help you to get more traffic from your videos.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, so let's start with number 1. And the number 1 thing that you need to have in order to rank well and to be able to make money with YouTube is, of course, the right keywords. And Steve, how much time do you spend doing keyword research?
You know, I got to think it's more time than I spend optimizing the videos. I mean, I spend quite a bit of time. I haven't tracked it, but I bet you it's more time than actually uploading and optimizing.
Well, and that's good. And it really should be, because this really is the foundation of every video marketing campaign. If you do not have the right keyword at the start, well, then everything that you do is kind of wasted, because you'll end up ranking for something that's not going to make you money in the end. And so I highly recommend that you do a lot of keyword research. And we'll do a future show specifically about this, because I think that could be a topic all unto itself. But if you're going to do keyword research, there's a couple of ways you can go with this. Is one, you can use, of course, a keyword research tool. And then the other way is kind of the ninja free way to get a better idea. Now, of course, the ninja free way is not going to be as accurate, but if you don't have a budget right now, it can be a good way to get yourself started. So, Steve, do you want to hear some ninja ways to get some free keyword information?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, here's one. Did you know that if you go to YouTube or if you go to Google right now and start typing in your base keyword, and by base keyword, I mean if you're selling dog food for pit bulls, well, then maybe your base keyword is dog food for pit bulls, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe that's probably a little bit too specific, but if you go to YouTube or you go to Google and you start to type in that base keyword, YouTube is going to suggest a bunch of keywords for you. And the great thing about those is those keywords are pulled from what people are actually typing into the box.
Yeah.
So literally, if you start typing in, dog food for pit bull, and all of a sudden it starts telling you dog food for pit bulls that is the best, or a bunch of different keywords that list below that, those are the ones you want to write down and keep track of.
The autocomplete function, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, when you finish doing that search, if you go to the bottom, there'll be related keywords listed at the bottom of the page. Those are also ones you're going to want to write down and keep track of, because those are keywords that people are also using, that are popular. And so there's a kind of a quick and easy ninja way to be able to grab a few keywords before you get yourself started. Mm-hmm. Now, there are some great tools out there that you can use. For instance, there's a tool specifically for helping people rank videos called Vidneos, Vidneos. And that tool will actually help you figure out keywords for Google and YouTube, as well as check your competition. And you can check that out. I've got a page for that at raisebonuses.com/Vidneos if you want to learn more about that particular one. And there are other great softwares as well. For instance, you could be using Longtail Pro, and that's a very popular one.
I love Longtail Pro.
Yeah, it's become a little less effective since Google changed some of their keyword tools, but it's still a great piece of software that's been updated and taken care of. So that's one you'll want to check out. And another great one is one that recently came out called Rank Spy. Rank Spy, yes. And again, that one you can learn more at raisebonuses.com/Rank Spy. And on there, you can actually get a ton of different keywords, and they'll even help you to find ones that are specific for buyers by using eBay and Amazon to pull out keywords for you.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, it is a very slick little piece of software. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's other pieces of software out there too, and you may have your favorite already, but those are just a few of mine that I enjoy. But the bottom line is, Steve, we have to be doing keyword research before we get started with anything else.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2, titles. Now, it may sound silly to talk about the titles and pretty basic, but you would be surprised at how often I see people trying to rank for certain keywords and they don't even put it in the title of the video.
Oh, I know. I know.
And you can see this with some of the software we just talked about for keyword research. When you type in a certain keyword and do the search for it, some of those softwares will tell you if the videos have the title and the keyword, and oftentimes ones that are ranking for that keyword do not have it in the title. And that usually means you can knock them off pretty easily. So the bottom line is you got to get the word in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to be clever with this too, because for instance, if you're doing your food for pit bulls, like we mentioned, you want to make sure that dog food for pit bulls is in there. But if you can, get that pit bulls and dog food in there a couple of times.
Yeah.
So you want to get clever with it, and maybe it's best pit bull dog foods. Which dog food is best for your pit bulls? And you can see there we kind of got it in there 2 different times. And that's one way that you can really help to bring up that effectiveness. Now, you don't want it to be spammy. You don't want to write for the search engines. You want to write for people.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's going to view your video. And at the bottom line is, just because you rank a video doesn't mean people are going to want to watch it.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that it sounds like something that isn't written just to rank on Google. You want people to actually want to watch your video. So use the keywords, but make sure that it doesn't sound overly spammy and that it's not unreadable by people.
Well, that does 2 things. Google likes it because it's geared toward the end user, and then the end user is actually going to consume it.
Absolutely, and yeah, you can use keyword stuffing in your titles to get Google's attention for a while, but the bottom line is you're right. They want something that's a little more natural sounding, and the big thing about that is they're starting to do a lot more with voice search. So you want to make it sound conversational and real, because people are going to be picking it up and, whatever the Google, I can't remember the name of the little Google talking thing that's like Siri, but people are going to pick that up and they're going to say what they want to find. So you want to kind of think about that before you put your keywords into that title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's number 2 is your titles. And number 3 is the descriptions. And with the descriptions, I'm also going to throw in there the tags, because I don't want to put a whole section just on tags in this, because I think there's some better tips for you. But the description is your opportunity to tell people what's in your video and all the information that you want them to know. Now, again, you want to make this sound conversational. You want to make this sound real. You don't want to write for the search engines, but you do want to get your main keyword in there, and you want to get some of the side keywords in there as well. So you want to write an article or pull information from your website that has the keywords in there. So again, pit bulls for dogs, food for pit bulls. There we go.
Easy for you to say.
What you want to do in that description is you want to make sure that right away your keyword is in there.
Mm-hmm.
So dog for
You got a mental block on that for some
Woo!
Yeah.
Food for pit bulls needs to be the first thing that's in that description. And then as soon as possible, a call to action with your website link. And this is really important and something that I see mistaken all the time. When YouTube puts out your video and when people come to see it, they're only going to see the first couple lines of your description, and then there's going to be a button that says more. So you want to make sure that that keyword and the link show up in that little truncated piece at the top before people hit the more button, because many people will never hit that more button, and you want them to be able to take action and click on your link.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do is I like to start off with the keyword followed by the call to action with the link. So in our case of the food for pit bulls, it might start off with food for pit bulls. Learn more about all the best foods for your pit bull by clicking here and then the link. And of course, the big thing is, Steve, what do you think my next tip is with the link?
Well, the link should be the link to the website, but you should also have a link to the video itself, because that video is going to get shared and that'll create even more links.
Yes, absolutely. But the one I was actually referencing was people need to make sure they put the HTTP
yes.
//
And no camelbacks either.
Yes, because very often I see people will do some of the things properly. They'll put that call to action, they'll put the link in there, but they forget to put the HTTP // and so people can't click on the link.
You know what I do? I just enter it into my browser the
Yeah,
website, and then copy and paste that.
absolutely. That's the easiest way to do it, is just copy and paste it right from there. But make sure that's in there, because otherwise, you might have, you know, foodforpitbulls.com, and maybe people will remember that and type it in, or maybe they'll even copy and paste it, but it's much easier and much more likely that they're just going to want to click on that and go right to your page. So you want to make sure that that's in there. Mm-hmm. After your call to action, you want to make sure you've got a nice, good, long article about what's in your video. Mm-hmm. Be honest with it. Don't make things up. Have it be exactly what's in the video and good information regarding that subject. And that's going to help you to not only get some good traffic, but it's going to provide people with good information. And then, as you mentioned, you want to put your video URL in there. And I know some people think that that sounds crazy, but the reason is because your video is going to get embedded in other places, whether by you or just somebody looking for content. They're going to take that video, they're going to embed it somewhere else, and that text is likely going to go with that video onto that page. And if it does, you now have a backlink directly to the video, which can help it rank better. So the people that are taking your content, now they're helping you out. And that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, if you're a local business, you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are in that description. Yeah. And that is huge, because that creates what we call a citation. And although YouTube supposedly doesn't give citations, and supposedly Google doesn't pay that much attention to citations, I call BS on that, because back in the old days when they used to show the citations, we would actually see videos show up once in a while. So it's very important that you do that. And it's important for your clients to be able to see the name, address, and phone number as well.
And a lot of what I do for attorneys is rank their videos in the suburbs around their location, because it is getting some views. And when I put a citation in there, I notice that all of a sudden their Google My Business listing starts showing up in the 7-pack.
Yep, absolutely. It's definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely. It's speculated that it definitely helps out.
That's anecdotal, but I believe it does. I really can't prove it. I haven't documented, but I believe it does.
Yep, and I totally agree with you. So that's your description. So again, make sure that you get your keyword right at the beginning, your call to action with your link to the website right at the beginning, followed up by a good lengthy description that has your keywords in it, and then make sure your name, address, and phone number in there. And one last tip, I like to end it with using your keyword again, just to get it in there right at the bottom. Mm-hmm. So now some people like to put a list of keywords. Google says you shouldn't do that, but quite frankly, I don't think they punish you for doing it either. So it does seem to help a little bit if you like to do that. I don't personally do that, but some people do, and they seem to get a lot of luck out of that by just doing that. And one last tip with the descriptions, put links to your other social media. Mm-hmm. That could actually help you get more traffic there, and YouTube actually suggests that you do that. So they're looking for you to do that. So your Facebook, your Twitter, things like that, put that right in there, right in the description, because why not? Can't hurt, right?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so now you've got your description written. The next thing you need to do is share the video. And by share the video, I mean share that video. Get it out to everyone, everywhere, as many as you can, as much as you can. That includes tweeting it out, sending it to Pinterest, putting it onto Facebook, all those great social sites, sharing it on your blog, embedding it on your blog, embedding it on your other websites, putting it onto your Blogger page. Anything that you can do to get that video out there is only going to help. So make sure you do that. And Steve, you put yours in a ton of places, don't you?
I do. I do all the YouTube sharing, and then I've got a number of other social media accounts of mine that I feed it to.
Yep, absolutely. And the thing is it's easy to do. Yes, there are softwares like OnlyWire and whatnot, but if you actually go to your YouTube video itself, they actually have a whole bunch of the buttons right there below the video. Just click on each of those and share it out there.
Yep.
Stumble upon and Pinterest and LinkedIn and all these other places.
Live Journal, Reddit,
yep.
Tumblr.
They're all going to get you backlinks and help you rank your video. And, we talk a lot about the backlinks and we talk a lot about the ranking of the video, but it's also going to get you some traffic. There are people on those sites like LinkedIn who are probably going to see that and click through directly just because of that. So you want to get it out there for both of those reasons, for the backlinks and for the organic traffic that you get out of that.
Absolutely.
So there you go. And of course, you want to make sure that you ask everybody you know to watch your video, share it, like it, comment, do all that kind of fun stuff. And of course, we have a group. If you want to be able to get more people to do that for you, you can head to our group, which is facebook.com/groups/online video marketers. And in there, you just post your video and say, hey, I need some views, I need some likes, I need some comments. And we will go in and watch it and do that for you.
Which I think also helps the authority of the channel.
Oh, it absolutely does. To get that kind of traffic and click-throughs, it absolutely does. It's very good for you. So,
yeah,
there you go.
Absolutely. And the comments.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So that's the sharing portion of our program.
Okay. Yeah. We're sharing with you.
Absolutely. And the last part about this that I want to give, the last tip number 5 is promotion. And we mentioned this before, but it's very inexpensive to use sites like YouTube and Facebook to get paid views to your videos. And all you have to do, you don't have to be an AdWords expert or a Facebook advertising expert. All you have to do inside of YouTube is hit that little promote button, and they will walk you through the process of paying $5 to $10 a day to get a few thousand views. And these are targeted views. So if you're selling your food for pit bulls, you can get targeted views for people that are specifically searching for that subject, which means they are very likely to watch your video and purchase the products. So it's a great way to do that. And the other one is, of course, Facebook. Now, not only can you just take your YouTube and make it a post on your Facebook and then promote that post, but you can actually send traffic to the YouTube channel. And on top of that, you can also upload the video to Facebook itself and run promotions to that video on Facebook and get traffic directly from the Facebook video as well. So there's a lot of great options for promoting your videos in both of those locations.
Well, and the two things you just recommended, Ray, they're so easy to do. I mean, it really is very, very simple. You don't have to be a media buying expert to do that. Nope. You just got to click a button. They'll walk you through the rest of it.
Yep, that's absolutely true. And the other part of that also is that not only is it easy to do, it's going to help you to rank, but it's the same price as what people were paying for, backlinks on Fiverr. It's $5. Spend $5 a day for a couple of days and get a ton of great views.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to do that. So those are our 5 steps towards promoting your videos and getting more views and more traffic from YouTube and your videos. So again, keyword research, proper titles using the keywords, proper description using the keywords, sharing your video with everybody you possibly can and in every location you can, and of course, promoting using Facebook and YouTube. So there you go, 5 simple steps.
Thanks, Ray.
You bet.
And as always, we'll be doing the show every Thursday, Video Marketing Madness, the online marketing radio show with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. Today's show made possible by
Aweber, the easy way to do email marketing, newsletters, collect leads, and all that other fun email stuff. All you have to do is head over to raythevideoguy.com/Aweber.
And you can like our Facebook fan page for the radio show, facebook.com/video marketing madness, useful tips, news of the week. And go to videomarketingmadnessradio.com, subscribe to us on iTunes, and get all kinds of freebies from Ray.
Absolutely. We love freebies.
We love freebies. And there's the wrap on another show. Why don't we head out with the jingle?
That is a wrap on another episode, and we appreciate you guys catching up and following through with us on this new format. And we hope you like it, and we'd love to hear more from you on this. So please, on the Facebook page, please give us comments. And of course, on iTunes, please leave your 5-star review, and we'll be glad to give you a shout out. So there you go.
Cool.
We will see you all next week. Again, Steve, thanks for everything you do.
Yeah, well, thank you, Ray.
All right, we'll see you then.
Here's that jingle now.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise, much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray